Well, let me first go to our correspondent Sagai Raj, who's been tracking that story. Sagai, prima facie, this seems a shocker. When you hear that there were mass burials taking place, allegedly, according to the former sanitation worker in his complaint, many of the female bodies were found without clothing or underwear, bear clear signs of sexual assault and violence. How seriously is this being taken, these claims in the complaint made by the sanitation worker? The very fact that SIT has been appointed suggests there is much more than meets the eye here.
Absolutely. Initially, the police were reluctant to even give any kind of statement to the media. And if you notice that, it is not a tradition in the state of Karnataka because any kind of crime, there is a press meet or there is a briefing from the Home Ministry. But in this particular case, the police was reluctant to speak about this particular incident and they maintained silence. And in fact, they went on to give press release, which was unacceptable by the lawyers and others because there were excuses which was been given by the police. Because whenever these kind of crimes, these kind of allegation, and when an affair has been registered, where someone is claiming that there are hundreds of bodies that he has buried, but still there is no exhumation process which happens. So there were a lot of questions which have been raised. Activists, lawyers, as well as the victims claiming that why there is no action taken despite FIR has been registered after 10 days. After pressure from the media as well as the activists, the government have formed the SIT to investigate this particular case. Right. So we need to wait and watch how the SIT is going to investigate further on the same.
KBS Swami now joins me, Advocate Karnataka High Court. KBS Swami, do you believe that this is a case where it will be tough to garner the evidence, given the fact that here is a sanitation worker who claims that this has been, many of the stories are coming only after almost 11 years. Can they be taken at face value legally?
See, Mr. Rajdeep, my first comment on this issue is that look, the complaint is made at a very belated stage. So the delay in making the complaint per se may not be a reason to outrightly reject the entire allegations. But when an allegation is made in respect of this kind of criminal activities, so the SIT has to investigate, go in deep and find out the evidence. Then only the allegation with respect to a particular accused can be made. Otherwise, to make some allegations on any particular entity or institution is not good.
You see, but he has made this statement released by two lawyers. The government has ordered an SIT in that sense, and there are now stories coming that could be corroborating some of the claims that he makes. What does this suggest purely in terms of the legal process? What next? Will it now require a proper investigation by the SIT before one can say with any kind of conclusion that this could be one of the major cases that has been buried literally of sexual assault, potential sexual assault? Because there are some very big figures involved here.
No, certainly in respect of this Dharmasthala episode is concerned, the allegations are very, very serious. But the fact is that, as you said, the corroboration is required to prove any allegation against any particular person or against a particular entity. Now, in this case, the sanitation worker has been taken before the learned magistrate. The statement has been recorded. But nobody knows exactly as to what is the content of the 164 statement is concerned. The statement which is being recorded under 164 per se is not evidence. But a copy of this statement is normally given to the investigating officer. And they will come to know what is the allegation. Based on that, they can start collecting the clues and they can start collecting the evidence. Then only they can go for the corroboration. Now it is too premature for anybody to say that the allegations are pointing towards a particular person.
But should the Karnataka police not have conducted exhumations at the burial sites identified by the whistleblower? He claims he is ready to guide them to where these alleged mass burials have taken place. Should the Karnataka government have first gone and seen whether there is any basis to these charges, exhumed the alleged area where these mass bodies are located?
See, Rajdeep, the investigation is exclusively in the domain of the investigating officer. State has absolutely no role in dictating as to what should be done, what should not be done. Now, insofar as taking a call as to whether to conduct an exhumation immediately or not, ultimately will be decided by the police force. Now there is a separate agency, SIT has been formed. SIT would certainly look into all these matters, depending upon the statement which he has given before the learned magistrate. Now, while conducting this procedure also, there are other formalities. The FSL expert has to be summoned. The other agencies who are going to help the investigating officer will have to be summoned. Executive magistrate must be present. He must act in accordance with law under section 196 of the new code. So these are all formalities which are completely left to the investigating officer. Now it is, now the government has appointed an SIT, appointed a particular IPS officer as the head of the team. Now the team has to decide and take a call. Now the government cannot dictate as to how investigation has to proceed and how it has to be, conducted.
Okay, let me leave it there, sir, because I think what we are finding, KBK Swami, is that we have a case which potentially could be explosive or could turn out to be a dud. But either way, the Karnataka police and the government need to come clean as to what really happened in Dharmasthala and not be under any kind of pressure while investigating the case. I appreciate you joining me here and shedding more light on the legal dimensions to that big case. We'll keep tracking that story.